Why do you do what you do? Have you ever wondered about the psychological reasons behind your actions? Each day we make countless decisions and perform actions without giving much thought to why we do them. But there's a whole world inside our minds influencing these choices. Welcome to the journey of understanding human behavior and psychology. It's not just for academics or professionals in the field, it's for anyone who's ever wondered about their actions or the actions of others. Recognizing the psychological patterns behind our behaviors can give us a new perspective on why we do what we do. It's not just about introspection either. Understanding human behavior can improve our relationships, our work, and even our health. It's a tool we can all use to navigate the complexities of social interactions and personal decision-making. So, are you ready? Let's dive into the fascinating world of human behavior and psychology. Did you know that emotions are not universal but rather culturally specific? Yes, you heard it right. The way we perceive and express our emotions is significantly influenced by our cultural backgrounds. This fascinating aspect of human behavior is an intriguing topic within the realm of psychology. Take, for instance, the emotion of love. While it's a universal experience, the expression of love can vary drastically from culture to culture. In some societies, public displays of affection are commonplace and accepted, while in others, such actions are frowned upon and seen as inappropriate. And it's not just about how we express emotions, but also how we interpret them. Consider anger, for example. In many Western cultures, displaying anger openly is often perceived as a sign of weakness or lack of control. However, in certain Eastern cultures, expressing anger can be seen as a sign of strength and assertiveness. This cultural diversity in emotional expression and interpretation leads us to a concept known as emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, or EQ, is the ability to understand, use, and manage your own emotions in positive ways to relieve stress, communicate effectively, empathize with others, overcome challenges, and diffuse conflict. High emotional intelligence is about more than just recognizing your own emotions. It's about understanding the emotions of others as well. It's being aware that the person across from you might interpret and express their emotions in a way that's heavily influenced by their cultural background. In fact, research suggests that people with high emotional intelligence tend to have better mental health, superior job performance, and stronger personal relationships. They are also perceived as more empathetic and socially skilled. So as we navigate through this complex world filled with diverse cultures and personalities, it's essential to remember that our emotions and the emotions of those around us are not as straightforward as they may seem. Emotions are like a language unique to each individual and culture. They are the colors that paint the canvas of our behavior, adding depth and dimension to our interactions with the world. So, understanding emotions is not as simple as we might think. It's a journey, a fascinating exploration of the human psyche and the cultural tapestry that shapes it. And this journey, my friends, is one that is well worth embarking on. Have you ever thought about how your perception shapes your reality? It's a fascinating concept to delve into, and one that plays a significant role in our everyday lives. Our perceptions are the lenses through which we view the world. They color our experiences, shaping our understanding of what's happening around us. What's interesting is that our perceptions aren't always a true reflection of reality. They're influenced by a myriad of factors, from our past experiences to our current mood, and even our expectations for the future. Now let's talk about cognitive biases. These are systematic errors in thinking that affect the decisions and judgments we make. Cognitive biases can dramatically sway our perception of reality. For instance, take the confirmation bias. It's the tendency to focus on information that confirms our existing beliefs, while ignoring evidence that contradicts them. This can lead us to form inaccurate perceptions that are heavily skewed by our pre-existing beliefs and assumptions. Another intriguing concept in psychology is that perception is reality. What this essentially means is that the way we perceive things becomes our reality. If we perceive a situation as threatening, we react as if it is, regardless of whether it truly is or not. Our brains are wired to trust our perceptions, even when they're flawed. Imagine you're walking in a dark alley and you see a shadowy figure. You might perceive it as a threat and experience fear, even if the shadowy figure is just a harmless passerby. Your perception created a reality where you were in danger, even though you weren't. The power of perception is truly remarkable, and it's something we should all be mindful of. It influences not just how we interpret the world around us, but also how we respond to it. By being aware of how our perceptions are formed and how they can be biased, we can strive to perceive the world in a more accurate, unbiased manner. Our perceptions shape our world more than we realize. So, next time you find yourself reacting to a situation, take a moment to consider, is this reality or is it just my perception? How does your memory affect your behavior? This is a question that might seem straightforward, but the answer is incredibly nuanced. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of how our memory shapes our behavior. Our memories are like the archives of our lives. They store the experiences that have shaped us, the lessons we've learned, and the people we've met. They're not just passive records, though. They actively influence our behavior in the present. Think about it. When you decide whether to trust someone, isn't that decision influenced by your memories of past interactions? Or when you decide to try a new food, isn't that choice shaped by your memory of similar foods you've enjoyed or disliked in the past? Our memories guide our actions in these and countless other ways every single day. Now let's delve a bit deeper into a specific type of memory that is particularly influential on our behavior: implicit memory. This is the kind of memory that operates below the level of our conscious awareness. It's the reason you can tie your shoes or ride a bike without having to consciously think through each step of the process. Implicit memory also affects our behavior in more subtle ways. For example, a positive experience with a certain type of person or situation can lead us to have a positive response to similar people or situations in the future, even if we don't consciously remember the original experience. What's fascinating about implicit memory is that it can influence our behavior without us even realizing it. This can sometimes lead to behavior that seems irrational or out of character, but in reality, it's just our brain's way of using past experiences to guide our actions in the present. In conclusion, our memories, both conscious and unconscious, play a crucial role in our behavior. They provide the context for our actions, guiding us based on past experiences and learned behaviors. So the next time you find yourself reacting to a situation, remember that your response is not just a product of the present moment, but also a reflection of your past. So, what have we learned about human behavior and psychology? We've delved into the intriguing world of the human mind, beginning with the power of questions. We've discovered how asking the right questions can unlock a trove of insights about our actions and motivations. Next, we explored the truth about emotions. We've seen how they're not universal but rather culturally specific, reflecting the diverse ways we experience and interpret the world. We then journeyed into the realm of perception, learning how our perspective shapes our reality. The power of perception underscores the importance of empathy and open-mindedness in our interactions with others. Lastly, we've examined the role of memory in our behavior. We've recognized how our past experiences, stored as memories, guide our present actions and future decisions. Understanding human behavior and psychology can help us better understand ourselves and others. Remember, the key to understanding others starts with understanding ourselves.